6 to 10 years old. This is the time when a child's brain has the highest neuroplasticity. So what does it mean? It means that their ability to accept, to adapt, to understand, to learn, and the rewiring of the brain is extraordinarily high at this age. That means that you can mold the child at this age the way you want it. If you want your child to have a higher self-confidence, higher self-esteem, you can make them do the things or make them learn the task or a certain kind of behavior at this age. If you want to inculcate a habit of reading in them, if you want them to learn certain skills, have certain abilities, or learn new kind of tasks, so this is the age that is the most important, most crucial, when they will be learning all these things, when they can adapt, they can learn things very quickly. If you would have seen children learn new language very quickly at this age, whatever is your mother tongue. Other than this, 2-3 more languages, if there are added languages in their school or something, very quickly. Maybe you are not able to learn the language that quickly as compared to them, because this time the neuroplasticity is so high. There is the wiring happening, the making and breaking of the synapses at this time during the child's, from 6 to 10 years of age is so high that whatever you make them learn during this time, you make them, make them go play outdoors, you make them go into sports, into reading, develop new skills, or whatever you want them. This is the age that when you can do it. At this age, many parents, do mistakes, as in they lose their temper because the child is very immature at this age. They are not that mature. So obviously they are likely to make mistakes. So when they make mistakes, the parents sometimes do not show enough patience. They are impatient with the child, and out of frustration or out of their anger. Now anger can be because of their workplace or their personal conflicts or whatever it is. So there's somewhere piled up anger is coming onto the child, and they are impatient to take in the child's mistakes. They do not accept it, and they just want the tailor-made child who is perfectly disciplined. So what they do, they get irritated and frustrated, and they start shouting and yelling at the child. They make them, they criticize them by saying all the things like, you are lazy, you are stubborn, you're good for nothing, why you are so careless, why you are this, or you are so dirty, untidy, you don't keep your room clean, you don't study, you are a failure, you don't score good marks, simple maths you don't understand. So all these kind of labels we tell the child. Now what happens is that at this age, when we start labeling the child, when we start criticizing the child, all these labels, useless, good for nothing, careless, untidy, and so on, these get hardwired in their brain. Impact of all these things might not show now. Maybe you feel that, okay, I just pet the child later on and said it's okay, don't worry, I was just angry, I said all this to you. Or we just ignore it and let the child be. They'll cry for like 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes they're okay, and you feel that everything is normal, everything is going perfectly well. Now the child is not crying, they are now busy playing. But what happens is that you will not see its impact or result right now. The impact will come later on, when they become teenagers or in their adulthood. By that time, their brain starts to believe. Now it's been hardwired into them. So over a period of time, after a few years, they start believing this very strongly, that I am incapable, I have a low self-esteem, I can't do it, it's not possible me for to do it, I can't keep other people happy, I am a failure, and so on. So they start self-criticizing, their self-esteem goes down, their self-confidence goes down. So all these things, it is a reflection which we can see during their teenage or during their adulthood, which was, given this kind of behavior which was given to them during the childhood. The whole thing gets reflected when they grow up. When the brain start accepting these labels. The moment that, the time period when the brain starts to accept these labels, it becomes very difficult to change, because this is the time when, your child is from 6 to 10 years old, that you can actually tell them that how good they are, when you can show them their potential, their positive, you can tell all the positive things to them, give them a lot of love, make them learn independence, make them learn new skills, abilities and everything. But at this time, if you're criticizing, the brain accepts these labels that I am incapable, I am useless. And what happens when they grow, when they are in their teenage or in their adulthood, it becomes really difficult to unlearn this, to make them unlearn this, because at that time the neuroplasticity is not that high, the flexibility of changing of the mind is not that high. It is much more during this age, from 6 to 10. Once they grow up, it is so hardwired that making them unlearn, it becomes so difficult. Whatever you say to them that no, you are doing great, they just don't trust this, whatever you are saying, because it's deep inside them that they are not doing good. So what happens is, either they go for counselings, they get into therapies, they face a lot of mental issues, or other health problems. So that is why, if you think that I am going to correct my child later on in life, when they grow up, when they understand, I'll make the, I'll be much cooler parent, then I'll be a friend like with them, then it is not going to work. The best it works is when you do it right now, when they are from 6 to 10 year old. Now, in the end, the parents would ask them, so what do you want us to do? Should we stop correcting our child? Should we not tell them that whatever they have done is wrong? They are misbehaving, they are throwing tantrums, they are showing indiscipline in the public, they are not listening to us, they are not studying. What do you want us to do? Shall we stop correcting them? Well, dear parents, please, there is a difference between correcting and connecting. I am not saying that you stop correcting them. There is a difference that when you correct them and when you humiliate them. When a child is being humiliated, shaming them, blaming them, or making them feel bad about themselves. Now saying this, that studying will help you in getting good marks. If you'll behave like this, you'll grow out to be a good child. Or any kind of positive reinforcement, any kind of statements that brings in good about themselves, but tell them that the task that they are doing, the behavior that they are performing, that is bad. Rather than saying that you are bad, rather than saying that you are stupid, you have no sense, you are misbehaving, you are so careless. So rather than saying you are so and so, it is best that this kind of behavior is not good. This task that you have done is not that good. So make them understand that the task is bad and not that they are bad. This is very important. Do not blame them, shame them, or shame them in front of guests, shame them in front of their own friends. That is the worst thing that we can do, shaming them in front of their beds. He does bedwetting till now. She speaks so loudly with me. Do you also speak like that with your parents? Or telling their friends that how she behaves at home, or how untidy she keeps her room. So if you are going to do all this, it is going to bring in a lot of shame in them, and it is going to destroy, ruin their self-confidence and self-esteem. So please, making them understand what is right and what is wrong is important. Do correct them, but at the same time, do not blame or shame them and make them feel small about themselves. So if you liked my video, please like, share and subscribe. And subscribe to my channel to see many more videos on general psychology, on relationships, on child psychology and so on.